Hey guys, and welcome to another PixelMasher walkthrough video. And we are about to start on the second part of the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. This is the train tracks murder. So we should have already finished the traps section of the game. If you haven't finished the traps section of the game, I believe you have to finish that first before the train tracks. I actually skipped the traps on my first playthrough and couldn't finish the train tracks section. So if you're having trouble with the train track section, try finishing the traps section of the game first. So we're gonna go right into this. There are 7 items that you have to find and complete in this section, and they are the blood on the train that we can see right here. There's rope on the train tracks, severed legs on the train tracks, a corpse near the train tracks, a rock pile, a gas canister, and dried grass. If you haven't found all of those 7 things yet, maybe pause the video and see if that helps you through. If you have found those things, keep watching. So the first thing we're going to do is inspect the blood. So what is this? Is it an accident, murder? Crankshaft. Now, one of the mechanics of this game that isn't very obvious when you first start out is this one right here, where you see all of the words kind of swirling around. Now, the mechanic here is the closer you are to looking where the clue is, the more they'll come together. So if I look over here, they drift apart. If I look here, they come together. So the crank is in this direction. So that's a mechanic that's used throughout the game, certainly later on. So now that we know it's in that direction, if we hold down, we actually get one of those spooky other dimensional visuals of where the crank is. So we can see, if we keep holding, it's down there by the water near the dam. Okay, so we're gonna head on down this way. We can enter the rail car right now, but there's no point because the rail car isn't currently working. So we're gonna just breeze on down the train tracks here. We're gonna pick up a few of the other clues on the way down to find the crank. So right here we have the rope. So there's the second clue. Tied or untied? No blood. Okay, so we're gonna keep on going, and we have where's the rest of the corpse? We have severed legs, which is kind of gross. Let's follow the blood trail down here. We have a corpse. Fantastic. Blood from the legs? Blood from fractured skull? What was the cause of death? Head trauma? I'm going to touch and hold that. So similar to the traps puzzle, the more clues that you unlock, the bigger that sort of interdimensional gap appears. And once you've got all of the clues, it pops open. So this is where we found the clue to the crank, and we find the crank right here. And we're going to take that, pop it in our pocket. Now we're going to head back up, so this is the path we came down. We're going to head up this way, because further down the train tracks is the little rock pile that I mentioned earlier. Not that one. Oh, I think, there you go, it's on the other side of this thing. Actually, we're going to head back up this way. And this back up the way we came. There's the rock pile right there. So if we inspect that, missing rock with a divot, fresh dirt. Head back up the train tracks. We have a gas can that we're going to inspect, and right beside it here is the dried grass, which is the final clue. Dried grass. Rectangle shape. And again, we got that mechanic again. Of course, we've seen the railcar already, but we're just going to hold that down. there's the rail car. There we go. There's the severed legs that we saw. There's the rock. Take the rock. Now we're going to drop that rock back down here on the rock pile where we found it. There we go. And again, every time you finish one of these clues, I'll just show you right here on the way back up. This dimension gets a little bit bigger. So now that we have the crank, we're going to head back up to the rail car. And the dried patch of grass that we saw was caused by the rail car being there for a long time. So after the murder, the murderer drove the rail car up here. So we're going to fix this. We're going to tap the mouse button to start the rail car. And then we're going to jump in. And pull back on the stick. We're going to drive it down the hill. And we're going to park it where it originated, which was on that dried piece of grass. Now we can see it coming up here. Now the trick here is the cut-off log here on the right side. We want the front of the rail car to be lined right up with that, so then we can get out. There we go, that little noise means that we've lined it up okay. And there we go. So we've unlocked the second section of this puzzle. We're going to see 5 little wisps float up from the body. And this is the first of the chronology puzzles. This is where we have to piece together the murder, or how exactly the murder happened. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 down there by the rock pile. And the final one is over there. So the order of these puzzles, we're going to go down here and unlock this one first. There we go. So we have to visualize them all first, find them all first. Look at this one. Come back up. One, and then this one. Alright, so the order is... we start at the very beginning of the train tracks. I'm going to tag that one as number 1. Sorry. That's actually number 2. So the first one is this one up here. So we're gonna... now you can actually switch the order of the... oops. We can actually switch the order of the train track... of the chronology puzzles. So we're gonna do that one as number 1. Down here, then the guy picks up the rock. As number 2. Then we're going to come up here to the train itself. The guy talking to the guy. Now number 4. Man on the tracks with the blood on him. Number 5. And finally, number 6. And then you can see we can visualize that. Now if you get that wrong, you can actually switch the order of things. Now, they'll actually play, if you've got the first one correct, it'll play every one that you have in the correct order, which is kind of nice. So if you've got, for example, number 1, 2, and 3 correct, and number 4 is incorrect, it'll play 1, 2, and 3, and then quit out at number 4. So if it plays the visual, the chronology puzzle, you know it's in the right order. So if it quits before the entire scene plays through. Just go to the section that it stopped at and switch anything after that. Now, once you have finished visualizing all of exactly how the murder happened, we finish up this particular puzzle by heading down to the beach. And we can see one final sparkly down here.
Grandpa? Stay away!
Ethan, I'm sick too. I can feel the sleeper in my head.
Then fight it! I have to destroy the room!
Corvus, I'm sorry. Ethan,
Oh no!
I can't let you do that.
And that's it. We snap back to the real world. Save the scene.
Whatever had turned Ethan's family against him, the grandfather was trying to resist. Age helps against those things that feed on hate. Not because of wisdom or experience. Because the old are tired. Their hate is less useful.
There we go. And we move on to the next section, the astronaut. Yes, the astronaut. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye!